Hello, I'm back again. And I just woke up and I kind of had a crazy insight, crazy dream. As y'all know, I'm more spiritual, but I also have a very deep connection to Christianity because I find that shit everywhere I would go. And that usually just means it's a deeper connection forming within. My belief of God is this unconditional love that is centered in allowing you to exist as you, putting you forward and pushing you more inwards. And the more inwards you go, the more you find your stability. The more you find your stability, because the stability isn't even about the external. Yes, you want to form stability on the external, but you don't want to form stability from a place of the external. You want your first state of stability to come from within, because within is where everything can be reflected without. When you are stable in your beliefs in yourself, when you are stable in who you know you are, it doesn't matter what the external is. It doesn't matter what the external is. When you are stable in knowing that you are who you say you are, it's not imposter syndrome. It doesn't mean it's not meant for you. It doesn't mean you are taking up space. It doesn't mean you don't deserve that opportunity. What it means is that you are reconnecting to a part of yourself that was once not even lost, that was ready to be found again, that was ready to be known again, that was ready to be seen again. You are meant to be confident in yourself. You are meant to believe in yourself, because how do you take certain steps without having the belief in yourself? That does not make you conceited. That does not make you better than other people. As long as you have the knowing that, okay, this doesn't make me better than people. I'm not better than someone because I chose a certain journey that they didn't choose. As long as you know that what you do doesn't make you better or above anyone, do it. Because that's the only thing that is important. You don't want to hide or shelter yourself from believing in yourself, from believing in your talents, believing in your truth, because you don't want to take up space. Take up space. Take up as much space as needed, because that is a practice in itself. When you practice taking up space, especially in what you want to create, for example, taking up space if you are a writer, taking up space in your day to write every day, to talk about your writing, to make the writing a part of your life. Allow the space that you take up to be filled with what makes you alive, what brings you alive, what connects you to God, what centers you to yourself. Because that is important. It may not seem important, but it is so important, because I've noticed and I know I'm protected. I am so divinely protected. It is not about these bracelets I wear on me. It is not about really anything. I know it's really a bloodline of like my ancestors' spirit, my family. I'm just overly protected. This is a known fact. Just knowing that allows me to move forward with more safety and trust. Just because I know as I'm moving forward, I am being protected and kept safe the whole entire way. And that is what matters. That is what changes. The description of also there's this energy of having discernment. So these are the energies that God has been connecting me to. The energy of visibility, the energy of discernment, and the energy of creation. These energies you want to embody in your life every single day, depending on where you're going. If you want to go on the path where you are in a more leadership role or in a role of a higher status in reality, when I say higher status, I just mean more higher conscious thoughts, more higher conscious things that you're doing. Like I said, I always had this belief, if I'm higher than like in the higher consciousness, higher thought process, I'm thinking I'm better than other people. I'm thinking, oh, you can't do this, you can't be like this. But one of my main reasons why I post these, I share these, and I'm even making a book about this, is because I want people to have this knowledge and understanding for themselves. I want people to see that it is 100% possible to be in high consciousness and be in that energy and be centered in that perspective. Like, it's 100% possible. It doesn't matter where you come from, because I don't come from the background that should even manufacture higher consciousness because of certain things that happened in my past. But I still do. And that is what is important, and that is what is significant. I'm trying to see if I want to talk about anything else. Visibility, discernment, and creation. Focus on those things in the way that feels aligned to you, and you will keep connecting to you, which then you connect to God. I know that God is the connection from the internal, not the external. The external may reflect something that you are, what's going on internally, but it's all internally led. You're just may not be conscious of it. May not be conscious of the fact that everything's happening from this internal standpoint. It is not to blame yourself or pick yourself apart if you are not where you want to be. It is to then reinforce what you know is true despite what the external is saying. It is to be delusional, in a sense, in who you believe you are, despite what the external says, because the external doesn't really matter. The internal is where things shift, change, and become. You don't change by, well, you do change by doing certain things external, but it comes with mental fortitude. It comes with having some type of manipulation from within, some type of change from within that creates that external physical thing that you do that changes how you view yourself, how you live. So it's all internally led in a sense. Even if you're doing something outwardly, it is still internally led. Especially if you're a woman, as we know, as I know, just from being the observant person that I am, women are naturally more internal creatures. When I say creatures, I don't mean that as a bad thing. I'm literally a woman. But they're more internally led. They're not afraid to go inside. They know more about their shadows. They more internalize things. Men are more external creatures. They project, right? They project how they feel. They're more of projections. Women are more of men project, women internalize. That is it's just common knowledge in a sense. But yeah, I don't know where I was exactly going with that, which is why it's like, if you're a woman and you're looking for a man, that's why men are easier to read, because men don't really hide how they feel. They're kind of blunt in a sense. Men are more blunt than women. Women, we try to be a little bit more nicer just because, and I'm not saying there's no empathic men or men that are internally led, there is 100%, especially correlating with your sign or the energy that they were meant to embody in the world. But I'm just saying it's more common for men to be more externally led. It's just a more common thing. That's why it's like, please use discernment. If you are a woman watching this and you're talking to a man, look at what he's projecting. See what he's projecting and ask yourself, is that something that I want projected to me? Because you are going to internalize it, only because that probably is your natural state of being. Or you could be someone that projects whatever energy you are. You want to be around someone. I'm more of an internal being, so I need to be around people that project the energy that I want to internalize. Doesn't that make sense? You want to be around people who project the energy that you want to internalize if you are more internally led. And if, for projection, I didn't even think about this, but I think I'm going to come to a solution right now. When it comes to someone who is more of a projection, you want to be around people who internalize information that allow you to see. That's so interesting. I didn't even think about that because I'm just more of an internal person, but that's maybe something that God's going to open me up to. I pray, kind of open me up to people who are more projections, the ones that more so project, because I've never really been that kind of energy. So now I kind of want to, and I feel like as I'm embodying the energy of creation, visibility, discernment, that's just something that's going to naturally kind of flow. So as I go on, I think I'm going to learn more about the energy of being more, like learning more about the energy of the project. And then hopefully with that information, I let y'all know what's going on, let y'all know, like, I'm almost like, damn, all the information that I learned, all the information that I understand, I am going to give it to you, whether it is in my book or it will be out there, because I don't gain this knowledge just for myself, it's for other people. Yes, it helps me, but the whole point of it and the whole underlining of it is to make sure that it helps other people. So, yeah. Okay. I love y'all so much. I think that's it for now. I will come to you when the next download comes to me. Bye.